This evening, first, a troubling trend for Ghana's economy. Gold and diamond production has declined for the third consecutive year. We'll break down the reasons behind this ongoing struggle in the mining sector and the government's plan to investigate the situation. Plus, daylight drama in Berbice. A pawn shop owner shoots and kills one armed robber while another is on the run. We'll have the latest on this daring heist and the police's ongoing search for the second suspect. Also, a brutal murder in Haslington. 58-year-old Keith Jeffrey has been charged with the murder of Theodore Baines. We'll take you through the chilling details and the latest from the courtroom. And in a proud moment for Ghana, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony has been elected President of PAHO Executive Committee. Hear how this major achievement will shape public health policy across the Americas. Finally, as Brazil headed to the polls last Sunday, the climate crisis is playing an unexpected role in Latin America's largest democracy. We'll explore how extreme weather is impacting the election. Stay tuned for these stories and more right here on Headline News Update. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for October 8th, 2024. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, gold and diamond production in Guyana has continued to decline for the third consecutive year, as slated in the Bank of Ghana's 2024 half-year report. Gold declarations dropped in the first half of 2022, again in 2023, and further in 2024, posing significant challenges to the country's economy. Similarly, diamond declarations decreased in 2022, 2023, and further this year. The decline has been attributed to unfavorable weather, poor road access to the mining sites, and a shortage of workers, as many miners have shifted to better opportunities in the petroleum industry. Additionally, gold smuggling has been a long-standing issue, with suspicions that some of the gold is being illegally exported to neighboring Brazil. The government has announced an investigation into the situation as it seeks to address the ongoing challenges in the mining sector. Police are investigating a daylight robbery at a pawn shop where one suspect was shot and killed while another remains at large. More from Dale Jarvis.
An armed robber was shot and killed by a pawn shop owner, and another is on the run following a daring daylight robbery in Berbice. Police are investigating the robbery at a jewelry and pawn shop on Trinity Street, New Amsterdam, Berbice, around 10:20 a.m. on Monday, October 7th, 2024. Reports are that the two men armed with handguns and wearing hoodies entered the establishment and robbed a customer, who was shot in the right leg during the altercation. The owner of the pawn shop, who is a licensed firearm holder, responded to the commotion by returning fire, forcing the suspects to flee with the stolen items. The suspects ran into the nearby New Amsterdam Primary School compound, where one of the robbers was found laying face up with a single gunshot wound to his chest. The police recovered a Taurus 9mm handgun, a loaded magazine, and some of the stolen items in the deceased's pockets nearby. Police continue investigating the incident as they search for the other suspect. Reporting for Headline News Update, Dale Jarvis.
Thanks, Dale. A man has been charged with the murder following the discovery of a mutilated body as investigations into the incident continues. Malcolm Carter has more details.
58-year-old Keith Jeffrey, known as Puga, a laborer from Enmore, has been charged with the murder of 47-year-old Theodore Baines, which occurred in Haslington North, East Coast, Demerara, when he appeared at the Vigilance Magistrate Court on Monday, October 7, 2024. Jeffrey appeared before Magistrate Sunil Scarce, where the charge was read to him. He was denied bail and remanded to prison, with the case adjourned until November 6, 2024. The incident occurred on September 30, 2024, and Jeffrey was arrested following an investigation into Baines' death. Baines was found dead outside his home, with severe injuries including a smashed face, a deep cut to his neck, and several other wounds. His reputed wife said she had seen him alive the previous evening when she visited him with their young son. His mutilated body was discovered outside his home the following day. Reporting for Headline News Update, Malcolm Carter.
Thanks, Malcolm. Stick around when we return. 65 Region 9 residents complete skills training program, and Dr. Frank Anthony elected President of PAHO Executive Committee.
GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. It is the civic duty and legal responsibility of all persons who meet the eligibility requirements to apply for registration. By doing so, you would be ensuring that you are issued a national identification card and be included in the official lists of electors for future elections, providing you meet all eligibility criteria. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, contact GCOM on 225-027729 or visit the website www.gcom.org.gy.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Our smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown, telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. 65 residents from Region 9 have successfully completed training in various fields such as welding and fabrication, heavy-duty equipment operation, commercial food preparation, minor injury repairs, and electrical installation. The initiative, led by the Board of Industrial Training, adds to the 20 residents who graduated from the program last week. The recent batches include 45 graduates from LETEM and 20 from Shulinab, who are now equipped to join the workforce and contribute to their communities. Minister of Labour, Joseph Hamilton, lauded the significant increase in women's participation in the program, noting that more than half of the newly trained professionals in Region 9 are women.
We have trained 716 persons across villages in region. Among the 716 are 236 males and 480 females.
Nationally, BIT has trained over 12,400 individuals, with 61% of them being women, demonstrating the program's success in empowering communities and promoting gender equality in the workforce. In other news, the Minister of Health has been elected to a key leadership position within an international health organization, marking a significant achievement. Here is Malcolm Carter with the report.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony has been elected President of the Pan American Health Organization Executive Committee during the 61st Directing Council meeting held in Washington, D.C. This prestigious role marks a significant achievement for Guyana and reflects Dr. Anthony's dedication to health policy reform and public health initiatives. Dr. Anthony will serve a one-year term as president, during which he will lead PAHO in its mission to enhance the health and well-being of the populations across the Americas. His leadership will focus on critical areas such as combating infectious diseases, strengthening health systems, and promoting universal health coverage, particularly in vulnerable communities. In his acceptance speech, Dr. Anthony expressed profound gratitude for the trust placed in him by PAHO member state. Dr. Anthony is a seasoned public health professional and policymaker with extensive experience in healthcare management and reform. He has been at the forefront of significant health initiatives to improve Guyanese health and well-being. The Ministry of Health extends its heartfelt congratulations to Dr. Anthony, expressing confidence that his leadership will significantly further the health priorities of the Americas during this critical period. Reporting for Headline News, Malcolm Carter.
Thanks, Malcolm. A total of 475 contracts for rehabilitation works across Region 6 were awarded to small contractors from the region this morning. This initiative, valued at some $6.9 billion, will employ over 300 contractors, boosting local employment and development. The contractors were engaged by Vice President Dr. Barry Jagdeo alongside Ministers of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgehill and Deodat Indar during a simple contract signing at the Regional Democratic Council in New Amsterdam, Berbice. Additionally, thousands of residents in Region 3 can expect significant road improvements by December, and this is according to Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgehill. During a recent inspection of roadworks in the area, he assured locals that all internal roads would be completed by December 31st, 2024. Currently, 68 internal roads covering about 19 kilometers are being upgraded to concrete by local contractors, while the ministry's special project unit is working on 28 kilometers of main access road using asphaltic concrete. Don't go away after the break. Cybercrime in Southeast Asia. Artificial intelligence threatens to expand threats, and the US duo wins Nobel medicine for microRNA discovery.
Girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown, telephone 226-1082.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. Brazilians headed to the polls Sunday to elect mayors and legislators across more than 5,000 cities. However, the climate crisis is now having a direct impact on voting in Latin America's largest democracy. Al Jazeera's Monica Yannick reports.
The Amazon is facing the worst drought in 70 years, leaving boats stranded on sandbanks where there once was water. The climate crisis has seen Brazil battle record-breaking wildfires and thick smoke blanket many cities. Now it's threatening Brazilians' right to vote.
There are at least 62 towns and cities in the Amazon declared to be in a state of emergency. The dried-up rivers have left entire communities cut off from the rest of the country. Many are struggling to feed their families as fishing is no longer an option. Now they must also face being unable to vote.
More than 500 polling stations are currently inaccessible due to the severe drought. threatening to disenfranchise 120,000 people with elections for mayors and local legislators due on October 6. Electoral authorities are planning the use of helicopters to fly voting ballots like these to thousands of Brazilians in the remote Amazon who are unable to reach polling stations. They would normally use boats to travel and cast their ballots, but due to the severe drought, the rivers are dry. Lucinildo, a boat driver responsible for transporting 13 school children, can no longer dock at villages due to low water levels. He says he now has to carry each child on his shoulders to get them to the boat. The situation will likely be even more challenging on election day.
Rainy and dry seasons are a part of the Amazon's natural climate cycle, but extreme events that used to occur every 50 or 20 years are now happening almost every other year.
Environmental activists hope this year's voters will take the climate crisis more seriously, as its effects become increasingly hard to ignore. Monica Yanaki of Al Jazeera, Rio de Janeiro.
Internationally, the United Nations is warning that cybercrime in Southeast Asia is evolving into a major global threat. Al Jazeera's Tony Chang reports.
A modern office compound in the Philippines, home you might think to a tech company or call centre. But this was a cybercrime hub, and the scammers now have a dangerous new tool, generative artificial intelligence.
The integration of powerful new AI tools has really been a game changer for cyber-enabled fraud and really cybercrime more broadly, especially in the context of Southeast Asia.
Hugh is a poacher turned gamekeeper. A former hacker, he's now a cybersecurity operative. AI is so easy to use, he says. All you need to do is follow the tutorials.
Even like non-tech people, you just see the video and you follow them, you're good to go. And they only show you, what kind of the thing that you need, like a picture of someone else or a voice of someone else, maybe like 20 seconds or 30 seconds.
Hugh gets to work. Within minutes, he's blended my image with Hollywood actors Bruce Willis and Jason Statham. The enormous power of AI to manipulate audio and video mean that a team of scammers based in a remote corner of Southeast Asia can now communicate directly with victims on the other side of the world in a language that they don't speak.
مرحبا هيو، من فضلك أرسل لي بعض المال، أحتاجه بشكل عاجل جدا.
Expanding crime hubs in Southeast Asia like this one, KK Park being built on the Thai-Myanmar border, a home to criminals using these tools to steal billions of dollars. But you'd never know it. Now they look and sound just like you. Tony Cheng, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.
Finally, 2 American scientists have won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for their discovery of microRNA molecules in cells. It's the second year in a row that RNA work has been recognized. Al Jazeera's Paul Rice reports.
Nobel Prize Week has kicked off in Sweden. The outside of the Nobel Forum may be getting a revamp, but a 123-year tradition was maintained inside, as the 115th prize in physiology or medicine was awarded.
Jointly to Victor Ambros and Gary Ravkan for the discovery of microRNA and its role in post-transcriptional gene regulation.
The 2 Americans made their discovery when they worked together in the 1980s and got the call at 4:30 a.m. on Monday.
It was, I'm the secretary of the Nobel Committee and I bear good news. And Natasha, my wife, figured out that it was, she goes, it's a Swedish accent.
I was astonished and, surprised, delighted, everything you might expect.
It's the second year in a row that the Medicine Prize has gone to scientists working on RNA molecules. This year's Medicine Prize concerns microRNA, not to be confused with last year's messenger RNA that led to the development of COVID vaccines. And this award doesn't have the same level of practical use, at least not yet. MicroRNA's role as an instruction manual for the cells of the body could lay the groundwork for medical breakthroughs. That could mean being able to more accurately diagnose what type of breast cancer or type of blood cancer someone has, with slight but crucial differences in outcomes and treatments. Paul Rees, Al Jazeera, Stockholm.
This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-day weather forecast. And that's FTV2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.